Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. As you see, I just got out of a wonderfully hot shower. Oh my gosh, it was so wondrous. One a week. My skin is just too dry to deal with more than that. Up here, that just sucks all the moisture right out of your body. So, yeah, this was really nice. If my glasses seem off, it's because I sat on them twice. I need to get new ones. Anyway, sorry. Believe it or not, I'm not feeling very good. Haven't for a couple days now. Something's kind of off with me. Um, and just before I came on, I was like, all morning, I was like, what is wrong with me? I just feel like crap. And then it hit me because somebody had actually said something how hard it is to go off carbs, and I forgot. And this might be it, or maybe it's not. But when you go off of a large amount of carbs, which really I wasn't on eating that many, but when you go off of carbs and just eat like vegetables and nothing else for carbs, you get what's called carb flu for the first week or two. That's why it's so hard to stop eating breads and potatoes and everything in the world that's wonderful. That's why it's so hard to go off of it, is because when you eat it all the time, you constantly crave it. So when you go off of it, you almost have like these, they call it carb flu. It's almost like withdrawals. And it quite possibly might be why I'm feeling the way I am. But I have really don't feel well. I wasn't eating that many, but apparently enough to set it off. Or maybe there's something else wrong. I don't know. The other thing I'll talk about in another video. I know I have a mood thing going on. It has to do with me being in one place too long, but we'll talk about that later. I was only going to do those two videos. Honest to gosh, I didn't think this whole thing about the diet and the Hungryroot would really, I didn't think anybody would care. And so I kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And it ends up, there are a lot of people like me out there apparently that are trying to find something they can do so they feel better. And I'm really surprised because I picked up like 50 subscribers in the last couple of days. Hi, hello everyone. I'm not one of these people that are trying to bring in subscribers or anything. I'm just go with my people, and I'm fine with them. If you get too many people watching me, I start freaking out a little because I'm not doing that for the reason everybody else is. Though money's nice. Money is nice. Anyway, I'm just jabbering now. I'm trying to perk myself up because I've been feeling so bad all day long. But like I said, I wasn't going to do a third one after all because I didn't think anybody would care, but there seems to be a lot of interest in it. So I'm going to answer a few questions that people were asking me in the comments, and maybe you all didn't get a chance to read it. So I'll just talk a little bit more in depth about it, and then tomorrow we'll get back to the gardening, which probably upsets some people, but hey, it doesn't upset me. First of all, I want to say an answer to a few questions. They do have each food group, each individual food all has an ingredients list, and it tells you exactly what is in it. And not only that, it has a full thing of nutritional information, how many of this and how many of that, and on and on and on. I normally don't look at all of it, just the top ones there. And right up front, they tell you the proteins, the carbs, the sugars, the main ones. But then if you click on it, it just drops down and you got all kinds of stuff going on. So yes, you do have the list of ingredients in everything, and the nutritional information. Of course, that list of ingredients is according, like anything else you read, the ones at the top are the ones that are most in there. And as you get to the bottom, they have less and less. So somebody was asking about pepper or spices. So if the pepper or spices are in the bottom, there's not going to be too much of that. But if you see pepper listed as the third or fourth ingredient, you're going to have a lot of spice. You might not like it. So that's something to look at. That's all there on the page. Another question, and if y'all don't know me, I make notes. I'm not, acting or anything. This is actually so I remember what I need to say. So kind of covering my bases here and trying to answer everybody's question. FedEx. I get it FedEx. I was supposed to get it on Wednesdays. So they box it up on Sunday, they mail it out Monday morning, and then my delivery day for this area is Wednesday. Um Lost my train of thought. I've been getting it on Tuesday. It's coming from California, go to Colorado, and then shoots right down here, or then goes over to Santa Fe and here. I'm shocked because I don't get anything in time up here. Everything is like really far behind the times. Now, when I'm down in the desert, you're right by 2 hours from Phoenix and Tucson, so you get everything real quick. Not up here, so I'm really shocked. I get it the next day. That's so cool. Somebody was asking, is it organic? And some of it is. Some of it is organic, and some of it isn't. What it is not a lot. I haven't seen anything. There might be any highly processed foods in there. Everything, if it is processed, is minimally processed. There's not all that. There's definitely not all that crapola that they put in things for preservatives and stuff. So yeah, most of it has to be refrigerated because it is not processed. You get a can of tuna, you're fine. Somebody asked me that this morning. Some of your produce you can leave out of the refrigerator, but your spices and sweets and snacks, they have all that in there. All of it is healthy versions of everything. But yeah, other than that, yeah, if it's not highly processed, they generally can't. It has to be refrigerated. Okay. Okay, so that's that. I'm trying to go real quick here. You know me, I say I'll be 5 minutes and I don't shut up. So right up front, I want to say something because this was tricky and all these meal kits and stuff can be a little bit tricky. I don't even want to talk about Thrive Marketplace because I'm irritated with them. But just a warning, if you want to go into Hungryroot, when you sign in at the beginning, they're going to make you answer all these questions and put your credit card on in even before you see what they have. And that's irritating in itself, but that's the way it is. But so one of the questions they ask you is how many meals and how many servings for those meals. And I said like 3 meals, 2 servings, and they give you an idea what it cost. And but if you decide to sign up, don't go high on that. If anything, go low. You do have to have a certain amount to get free shipping, and I don't remember whether it's $40 or $50 to get the free shipping every week, and that's worth it. But if you go high and say, well, let's try all this different stuff and blah blah blah, and pick these things, then when it comes time to put the credit card in for this very first one, just the first one, nothing else, for the first one, they take that, and that is the number, and they charge you right off the bat. No getting out of it. There's no way to get. So you don't want to put a lot on there because your first credit card charge is going to be enormous. You can't get out of it. You're indebted for that first delivery. I was a little irritated by that. I know some other places do that too. I was irritated by it, and I thought, well, let me see what's in here. Try it out. They have skip buttons. They have cancel subscription buttons. They have all that stuff. So if I don't like the first one, then I never have to do it again. So I went ahead and just ordered like normal. Of course, I liked it, so it didn't become an issue. But I know a lot of people in the reviews were going, I entered my credit card number in there, and and I can't get my money back. Yeah, it's a trick. It's a trick. But anyway, just a warning. So I went 3 meals. That's what I always did at all the other things. 3 meals, 2 servings each. You give me an idea how much it'd cost. And then once you give them that credit card number, that is it. Now, from then on, you're fine. You pick your meals, you skip weeks, whatever, you're fine. They will not charge that your credit card until it actually ships out, and that's pretty normal right there. But I just wanted to warn you guys. I was also kind of humorous in a weird way that all these people were like, there's a cutoff. Okay, there's a cutoff every week. You can play with your menu and pick your foods and everything. And for everybody, according to your delivery day, there's a cutoff. Mine's Saturday at like midnight. And if you do not have that changed or the way you want it, or skip it, or whatever, or cancel altogether, if you don't do any of that, that night at midnight, there's nothing you can do after that. You're going to get those meals in the mail, and you're going to be charged for it. What gets me is I was reading some of the reviews, and everybody that was on there was complaining about, they wouldn't give me my money back. They sent me this food and I didn't want, well, okay, you didn't get it there on the cutoff. So people are just, I don't know what they expect. The rules are set out. You follow the rules, and and if there is a problem, then you can call them. But there's a cutoff, and let me tell you, they send you an email the day before. It might be the night before, or the morning of. They send you an email and tell you you've got till midnight tonight to remind you need to fix these up, because we're sending, after midnight tonight. You can't change it. Anyway, I don't feel well, so I'm like going on and on here. Sometimes people can be irritating. Let's see. There is a cancel button, which is important. You don't want any hassles. When you don't want to do it anymore, you just want to hit a button and it be over. You don't want to have to call people on the phone and like at Thrive and go back and forth with somebody trying to not let you go. So yeah, there is a cancel button. So they send you an email before the cutoff time. And also, surprisingly, I was telling you guys about the yogurt. They actually sent me an email yesterday saying their supply ran low. They're out of that yogurt. We swapped it for the same yogurt, except it had mangoes in it. And if you don't want that, go in to your account and take it off or change it or whatever. Otherwise, you'll get getting the mangoes. So I didn't want the mangoes in there because it shoots the sugar up from 0 to 14. So I just, I took it off. But they gave me warning, and I was curious about that because I heard they could swap things out. But they gave me an email to tell me, read your emails, people. What is wrong with you? Anyway, I'm just in a weird mood today. I'm sorry. Let's see. What else did I forget? There's a can, the credits. Oh, okay. So I told you what's going on a credit. Like they give you points. Basically, 2 points is $4. 1 point is $2. Just a little lower than that, actually. It's not quite that. So it kind of give you an idea what you're paying for that on point wise. But if you don't, like right now, I have 35 points right now I can use. Well, I got all my meals and I still have 5 points left. And I can do nothing, or I can throw something on there. If I do nothing, they'll take those points and put it in my account, and whenever I need it, they'll just grab from it. So you can build those points up. Also, if you go over, and I went over the last 2 times, just by like $4 one time and $6 another, they just add that on to the amount you normally pay. You can change that setting on there at any time if you want to get more stuff. You change your setting, a weekly type thing. I was at 75. I raised it to 85, and I'm not quite. Maybe it's a little too much. A week. That's a week. Maybe it's a little bit too much because I have 5 points left over. So I can either just let them put it on my credit, or next time around, I'll maybe lower it back to 75, because you can always buy more than your points. They just add it on to that amount, that's $75 there. Anyway, there is one other thing. Somebody mentioned, oh, you're promoting this. You should get paid for it. Well, I'm not really promoting it. I'm trying it out. But if I did find a refer a friend button and also a little link. So if you want to try it out, I'm going to put the link down in the description. And yes, there's a trick to it. You have to buy $100 worth of stuff the first time, just the first time, to get $50 off. And in the process, they give me $50 worth of credits. So cool. Don't be spending your money because of me. But if that interests you, that is a way to get $50 off. And like you said, you can always just how much you spend weekly later. But I'm going to go ahead and put that down in the description. That's purely up to you. I don't really. But people were asking, and I'm like, okay, here you go. And if you're going to do it, hey, maybe I can get $50 credit on it. Who knows? I'll put that down below in the description box. Anyway, that's it. That's all. I did record what I had last night for you. I didn't really show you me making it or anything, but giving you an idea. A lot of people were wanting to know what different meals I came up with, and this was one. So yeah, you don't have to sit and watch me cook. I'll just trying it out. Like I never had shrimp tacos in my life, so that was an interesting meal for me. Anyway, I'll let you watch that, and then I'll come back. Okay, hello. I am recording this on Thursday night, and the first night I had to cook the shrimp up from the Hungryroot, and so I made shrimp tacos. I've never had shrimp tacos before. It sounded good. I used that jalapeno crema, and I used some lettuce from my garden. I didn't put any cheese or anything on it. Just the shrimp, the jalapeno crema, and lettuce. And though it tasted okay, it had no kick whatsoever. I was really surprised that jalapeno was extremely mild, and I couldn't even really taste the jalapeno in it. So I have just enough shrimp tonight to do a 2 more tacos, and I kicked it all up a notch. Here's one. Here, hold on. So I just wanted a little bit more kick to it. So what I did was, maybe it'd be better if I grabbed the other one here. Yeah. Okay, so you got your almond flour tortilla, which I fried up, crisped it up a little bit. The shrimp, and I put the cashew queso on there. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble pronouncing that word. I don't know why, but okay. So much for my Spanish lessons. I was laughing about that. So yeah, it is. It's got hatch green chilies and I believe red peppers and all kinds of lovely stuff in there. So I tasted it. It's got some flavor. And to kick it up even more, I used arugula in there. So it's the cashew quesos, the shrimp, and arugula on an almond tortilla. So I'm going to taste it, and hopefully it's a little bit more spicy. So here we go. Yes, it does have a little bit more kick to it. Not much, but it has some. The only other thing I could use, excuse me, cleansing my palate. The only other thing I could use is the guacamole I have from Hungryroot. But it's not spicy at all, though it tastes very good. But it's pretty mild spiced. So I'll eat this and I'll let you know. But I think it's better than the jalapeno crema. Just really surprised. I was expecting a nice little kick to it, and there wasn't any. Maybe I didn't put enough on. I don't know. The second and third and fourth bite of the shrimp taco was really good. I just didn't get the full effect of it, but it's just spicy enough with the arugula and the cashew quesos. And yeah, I like that much better. Unfortunately, I'm out of shrimp now. Something to think about in the future. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I will continue to kind of show you some of the different meals I've made from this. Like I said, because some people are interested. But I think that is about it for now. I hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.